Listen carefully, because in this video, I'm going to show you what most men never learn. Not how to get any woman, but how to choose the one you want, the one who feels out of reach, the one who excites you, escapes you, and makes you restless at night. You're going to learn how to enter her mind, lower her defenses, and lead her to the point where she wants you without begging, without pretending to be something you're not, and without putting her on a pedestal. This isn't about romance. This is about psychological power. And no one understood this better than Niccolo Machiavelli. His philosophy wasn't romantic. It was cold, effective, and brutally real. Once you apply it, you'll stop chasing women, and they'll start chasing you. But hear this warning. This video is not for every man. It's only for those ready to take control. If you're one of them, like, subscribe, and stay until the end, because after this, you won't be the same, and women will feel it. The real reason she chooses you. If you think women choose a man only because he's handsome or rich, you're already losing. Looks might catch her eye. Money might open a door, but neither is the real reason she gives herself to someone. The true reason is hidden, something most men never consider. It's not the car you drive, the muscles you show, or the restaurants you take her to. It's the invisible picture she builds in her mind about you. Every woman sees men through an inner lens. Through this lens, she doesn't just notice your face or your bank account. She feels the energy you project and the way you affect her emotions. That's the secret. Attraction lives in her perception of your psychological strength. The question isn't, are you good looking or do you have money? The real question is, does she see you as a man with power over her emotions? Can you make her feel something she can't control? Think about it. A woman may tell her friends she wants a sweet, kind man. She may say she wants romance and safety. But when she chooses the man she cannot resist, it's rarely the safe one. It's the man who makes her heart beat faster, who makes her question herself, who leaves her unsure of what he truly feels. It's the man who makes her nervous, uncertain, and even obsessed. That's the man she gives herself to. Because desire doesn't follow logic. It's not a checklist of good qualities. It's not built by manners or constant approval. Female desire responds to something deeper: emotional tension, mystery, and inner conflict. When she can't predict your next move, when she wonders if you might walk away, that's when her emotions ignite. The more she feels she controls you, the less she wants you. The less certain she is, the more she burns. This is where most men fail. They believe being open, clear, and always available will win her over. They think treating her like a queen from the start will make her value them. In reality, the opposite happens. The man who shows all his feelings too soon, who lays all his cards on the table, who is always there, becomes predictable. Predictability kills excitement. The strongest desire lives in emotional dissonance. When she feels pulled in two directions at once, she feels attraction mixed with confusion, desire mixed with uncertainty. That inner conflict keeps her awake, replaying conversations, checking her phone, searching for clarity. That is the root of obsession. So understand this: if she chooses you, it will never be because of your looks or your wealth. It will be because of how you stir the storm inside her. If you can guide her emotions while controlling your own, you will always be the man she desires. And if you cannot, then even with beauty and riches, she will let you go. The fatal mistake of weak men. The biggest mistake many men make is believing that a woman's emotions can be aligned with logic. They think attraction is like a formula. Be kind, be reliable, be always available, and eventually she will choose you. They believe that if they treat her like a queen, one day she will reward them with love or desire. But attraction doesn't work this way. Female psychology doesn't move through logic. What creates the first spark isn't comfort or safety. It's tension, mystery, and the challenge of a man she can't easily figure out. Niccolo Machiavelli explained this truth in politics, and it applies perfectly to relationships. He said, "He who shows weakness before the moment will be destroyed when the moment comes." For you, this means that every time you answer her messages instantly, every time you flood her with praise she hasn't earned, every time you act as if she is the prize while you offer yourself freely, you are showing weakness. You are showing her you are easy to control. And no woman feels deep desire for a man she can fully control. She may like you, enjoy your company, or even keep you close for attention, but you will not be the man she truly desires. That man is the one who unsettles her mind. He keeps her slightly off balance, making her wonder what he feels and what he will do next. That's the difference between being her safe friend and being the man she secretly craves. When you give too much too soon, she only feels comfort. And comfort without tension equals friendship, not passion. But when you hold back, when you choose silence instead of explaining yourself, when you show you could walk away at any moment, you awaken her curiosity. You make her question you. That questioning grows into tension, and tension is the fuel of attraction. The man she cannot resist is not the one who gives her everything. It's the one who stays calm, firm, and a little dangerous. The one who looks at her with desire, but never begs. The one who makes her feel wanted, but not completely safe, because safety creates comfort, but uncertainty creates desire. When she feels both at once wanting you, but not sure she can fully have you, when she feels alive, that's when she starts to crave you in ways she cannot control. Most men fail because they confuse giving more with creating attraction. The truth is the opposite. The more you give without balance, the less value you hold. The less you give, the more she works to fill the space. Weak men hand over all their power, hoping kindness will be enough. Strong men hold their ground, keeping their presence heavy, their mystery intact. And that's what separates the man she forgets from the man she cannot get out of her mind. Presents over words. Getting close to a woman doesn't begin with gifts, expensive dinners, or endless confessions of how much you like her. Those things might look nice on the surface, but they do not create the spark that pulls her toward you. The real game begins with something far simpler, yet far more powerful. How she feels when she is in your presence. Attraction is not about the words you use or the gestures you show off. It's about the invisible energy you carry when you stand in front of her. The way she senses your self-control and confidence without you needing to explain it. If you appear more excited than she is, if you look more interested than she feels, if you are more available than she is, you have already lost before the game has even begun. Because the one who shows more investment too early creates an imbalance. She begins to feel that you want her more than she wants you. And that kills the tension that desire needs. When she feels you are already hers without effort, there is no reason to chase, no reason to imagine, no reason to burn for you. But once you understand this truth, you suddenly gain an advantage. You no longer act like the ordinary man who gives everything away too soon. You stop behaving like the desperate one who tries to buy attention with effort. Instead, you start to think like a strategist measured.com, deliberate. You understand that your presence must say more than your words ever could. Society has fed men lies for years. They tell you just be yourself. They tell you to be transparent from the beginning. They tell you honesty is always the best policy in attraction. But if you follow this advice blindly, you walk straight into rejection. The reality is that women are not pulled by plain honesty, no matter how noble it sounds. They are pulled by emotional dominance, the sense that you can affect how they feel without needing their permission. That your presence alone can shift the energy in the room. Honesty has its place, but it does not build desire on its own. What builds desire is when she feels the weight of your presence. When she notices your control, when she senses that you are not desperate for her approval, that feeling creates curiosity, and curiosity grows into attraction. Words may fade, but presence endures. Why mystery wins? Attraction is not built on rules of fairness. It does not reward you for being kind, patient, or well-intended. A woman's desire does not care if you have a good heart, or if you mean well. This is why so many men who call themselves nice guys end up confused and disappointed. They believe that their kindness should be enough, that their good behavior should earn them her affection. But attraction does not work like a trade. It is not logical, and it cannot be bought with good manners. The reason the nice guy almost always loses is simple. He gives away the mystery too soon. He shows his hand before the game has even started. He confesses feelings before any desire has been built. He reveals his whole soul before she has even wondered who he really is. And when everything is already on the table, there is no tension left, no curiosity, no reason for her to think about him when he is gone. What could have been a story of mystery becomes predictable, and predictability kills attraction. Machiavelli understood something about power that applies. Power is never given away freely. It is managed, measured, and controlled. If you want a woman to feel desire, you cannot hand her the entire map of who you are from the very beginning. You must leave shadows, spaces, and questions. Let her imagination do the work. This isn't about lying or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about controlling what she knows and when she knows it. Your presence must be used like a weapon. Instead of speaking too much, let silence make her wonder. Instead of confessing every thought, let her guess what is going on in your mind. Instead of showing need, hold yourself with calm detachment. The goal is not to prove you want her. The goal is to make her uncertain if you want her at all. That uncertainty draws her closer. The truth is, mystery creates obsession. When a woman feels there is a gap between what she sees and what she feels, she can't stop thinking about it. That gap becomes the space where her imagination runs wild. She starts asking questions. Does he like me as much as I think? Why doesn't he react like others? What is he hiding? Why do I feel so drawn to him, even when he gives me so little? Those questions echo in her mind, and every echo deepens the pull. Never forget, people do not obsess over what they fully understand. They obsess over what they can't quite figure out. If she feels she already has you, she will lose interest. But if she feels she can't fully read you, she will keep coming back. That's the hidden law of attraction. And mystery is the thread that ties her desire to you. Scarcity creates value. If a woman feels she can have you whenever she wants, there's no urgency, no rush, no reason for her to value you deeply. Desire grows strongest only when there's a risk of loss. If she already feels she owns you, the value in her eyes drops instantly. That's why women do not crave men who are always there, always saying yes, always giving. What excites them are men who feel rare, who stand out, who cannot be fully controlled. Scarcity creates value because the human mind always wants what feels limited. Think of it this way: when something is everywhere, it loses meaning. Water from a tap is abundant, so you hardly think about it. But when something is rare, like a diamond, people chase it, protect it, and even pay fortunes just to hold it. The same rule applies to relationships. Women live surrounded by abundance. Their phones light up with messages, likes, compliments, and invitations every day. That attention is common, and what is common loses value. If you act like the rest too available to eager you disappear into the crowd, your job is not to be another option. Options are easy to reject because they can be replaced. Your job is to be her opportunity. An opportunity is rare, and rare things cannot be ignored. When she sees you as an opportunity, her entire psychology changes. She feels urgency. She feels she can't risk losing you. She feels she must act before another woman takes her place. That's why you must learn to control your availability. Replying too fast, being too easy to reach, or giving too much of yourself too quickly only lowers your value. A man of real worth gives his presence in measured doses. He is not always there, but when he is, the moment feels strong, heavy, and unforgettable. That's what makes her think of you when you're gone. That's what makes her ask, why is he not like the others? Why does his time feel so rare? The more you create this sense of scarcity, the more she chases. She starts to feel that being close to you is not guaranteed, that she must protect her place with you, that she must work to keep you. That feeling of scarcity transforms simple curiosity into desire. You are no longer just another man. You become the rare chance, the unique presence, the opportunity she cannot ignore. And once she sees you that way, you'll never have to chase again. Her fear of losing you will do the chasing for you. Practical steps: how to trigger obsession. If you want to make this real, you need steps you can actually use. Attraction doesn't grow from luck, gifts, or long speeches. It grows from controlled actions that stir her emotions without you begging for attention. There are 3 steps that work again and again. They are short, simple, but powerful when done right. Step 1. Intentional eye contact. Most men ruin this. Some look with begging eyes, silently asking, "Do you like me?" Others avoid her gaze out of nerves. Both kill attraction. The right way is calm, focused, almost as if you're studying her. Your eyes should say, "I'm deciding if you're worth my time." When you hold her gaze, don't rush. Don't fill every second with words. Add a small, unreadable smile. That silence is not empty. It's loaded. It makes her wonder what you're thinking. That wondering creates tension, and tension is the fire that turns interest into obsession. Step 2. Emotional ambiguity. Attraction dies when everything is too clear. If you say too quickly, "I like you, I want you, I'm in love with you," the game ends. She has already won. There's no chase, no imagination, no tension. Instead, speak in a way that gives and takes at the same time. For example, "You're interesting, but I'm not sure if that's good or dangerous." Or, "I like talking to you for now." Phrases like these create imbalance. She feels curious, unsettled, and wants to prove herself. She wants to close the gap you've opened. That gap is where desire grows. Ambiguity isn't weakness, it's control. Step 3. Strategic withdrawal. This is the move most men fear, but it's one of the strongest. When she's invested, when she's enjoying your presence, when she wants more, disappear not for weeks. Not in a childish way, but just long enough for her to notice your absence. That silence creates anxiety. She starts asking herself if she lost you, if you were distracted by someone else, if she made a mistake. That unease pulls her closer. She feels a gap she wants to fill, and the only way to fill it is to reach for you again. When you come back, she comes back harder, fighting to hold what she fears slipping away. These 3 steps: eye contact, ambiguity, and withdrawal are not about being cruel. They're about understanding how attraction works. Desire doesn't grow from comfort or certainty. It grows from tension, mystery, and space. Use these steps with control, and you won't have to ask for her attention. She will give it freely because her emotions won't let her ignore you. Here's the dark truth most men never accept. A woman does not give herself to the man she fully understands. She does not crave the one she can predict, the one whose emotions are always clear, the one who is always easy to read. She gives herself to the man she cannot completely figure out, the one she cannot fully control. That's where her desire lives. Inside uncertainty. When everything is clear and safe, attraction begins to fade. Safety is good for comfort, for friendship, for stability, but desire is not born from safety. Desire grows in tension, in the silence between words, in the mystery of not knowing exactly what you feel or what you might do next. That's why women often find themselves drawn to men who confuse them, who do not give everything away, who keep them wondering. That confusion is not weakness, it is fuel. It keeps her mind turning, it keeps her imagination alive, and it makes her want to return again and again, just to feel the spark. Your job is not to try to impress her with material things or endless compliments. Gifts can be nice, but they do not create obsession. Words of praise may make her smile, but they do not create fire. Constant availability may give her comfort, but comfort is not what makes her restless for you. What truly matters is how you guide her emotions without her realizing it. If she feels her mood shift when you appear, if she feels her heart speed up when you speak, if she notices herself thinking of you when you're gone, then you've already done what most men cannot. And here's the important part. When you do this correctly, she will not experience it as manipulation. She will not feel that you're controlling her. Instead, she will feel it as pure desire, as something natural she cannot fight. To her, it will feel like you simply awaken a side of her that others cannot reach. That's the power of mystery, silence, and emotional dominance. She may not understand why she wants you, but she will want you all the same. And that is the truth most men will never master. Final words. Remember this. You're not just another man trying to impress her. You're the one who understands what others ignore, that a woman's body follows her mind. And if you own her mind, you'll own her desire. Don't chase, don't beg, don't explain. Control the scene, control the silence, control the perception, and she'll fall without knowing why. That is strategic seduction. That is Machiavellian desire. And that is the game most men will never dare to play. If this opened your eyes, subscribe, because this is only the beginning. Here, we don't talk about cheap tricks. We talk about power, control, and psychological mastery.